BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to BodyBags. It's week 202, and I'm your Sunday host, Bourgie86 here again. Yes, guys, it's that time for the Sunday review, and I got a fun one for you guys today. This film is a film from 1976, yes, and it comes all the way from Hong Kong, from legendary Shaw Brothers Studios, and it goes by the title of The Oily Maniac, yes, and this lovely new edition from 88 Films, part of their 88 Asia collection, releasing lots of good like Shaw Brothers films on Blu-ray for the first time, and this one was one that I was very stoked for because it didn't have a UK or US release before this. This is a UK release, of course. Now, pretty much the Oily Maniac's main plot of this one is we're introduced to our main character, Shin Young, who's this young person who works in this law firm who is crippled, and he has acquaintances with this girl that he actually likes, who and her father, who actually pretty much raised them. They know each other for their whole life, pretty much. And what ends up happening one day is this group of bad guys come into this oil garden, which Shin Young's friend's father works at and owns, and ends up terrorizing the place. And pretty much what ends up happening is we find out Shin Young's friend's father ends up being accused of murder and is executed. And pretty much before he's executed, he gives Shin Young this spell to use to help him protect his loved ones and get his revenge, pretty much. And he ends up using this spell, and what the spell does to him is turn him into this oily, monstrous, maniac creature. So pretty much this turns into a creature feature with a revenge aspect, pretty much. And pretty much the Oily Maniac, the title of the film, taking out the bad guys one by one throughout the film. That's pretty much the main plot without going too crazy into it. Now, my thoughts on this film: very batshit film. If you've never seen a Shaw Brothers horror film from the 70s, they have a lot of batshit moments in them, especially with the sleaze aspect. There's some sleazy aspects to this film, especially with one character involved in it. It's kind of like a surgeon in a way, and there's this weird scene where we get to see her handiwork, which she didn't do a great job on, and it's kind of weird and disturbing, and it comes left field, but it's one of those oddball scenes that you only see in Shaw Brothers films. Now, the Oily Maniac himself, of course, as a human form, he's played by Danny Lee, who's most famously known for playing in the film The Killer. Very awesome film. He does a really great job in this film with his character and build up, and the interline and changes that his character goes through throughout the film, as we see his character, it's pretty much a character study of him anyways, this film, and it goes into how his character changes as the Oily Maniac persona kind of takes over him, even in his human form, pretty much. Now, the Oily Maniac himself is done with some great effects, even though probably the cheesiest side effect of it is a guy in a suit, which is all slimy, but there's some cool effects that go along with him, there's some animated dissolve shots that involve him dissolving into this oily substance, and we also get these stop motion shots too, where not to give a lot away, but he gets a limb cut off during one part of the film, and it grows back, and it's done with stop motion. So that was really cool that they used a lot of variety of effects to do the Oily Maniac's everything that he could do in the film. Now, with that being said, this film does have kind of its slow parts, because the film takes place with the jury side of things, with courtroom drama type stuff, and that could be a little side-putting with the actual story, especially with certain cases that happen within the film. But other than that, it's a very fun-ass ride. I really did recommend The Oily Maniac. The transfer looks great from this release from 88 Films, too. They did a hell of a job transferring this. Not really much for special features, besides one that talks about the history of The Oily Maniac, which is very awesome. So if I had to rate The Oily Maniac, really fun, bizarre film with a lot of great effects, some cheese factor, some sleaze. It has, that's what I love about like these Shaw Brothers like horror titles. They have a lot to offer, especially in the films that they released, and they have a lot going for them too. So if I had to rate it, I'm going to give it a solid 8 out of 10. It was an entertaining, fun ride, and I had a hell of a fun time with it. So 8 out of 10 for the Oily Maniac. Awesome shit. Alright guys, that's it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, I'll be back next week with another one for you guys. Peace out.